And we are back. Welcome back to the Smoke Break JBR, the Just Be Real podcast, where all we do is sit down, chat about the week, and just be real.
Yo, yo.
What's going on, Brandon?
Not much, man. How's it good with you, man?
It is going good. How is it good? How's it going?
It's good.
It's good.
I'm just trying to right now. I'm observing the stream to make sure everything's going good. Everything's solid.
We're actually live on Twitch right now.
Yeah.
We'll actually be posting this back up onto YouTube later. But
yeah, it looks like we're good so far.
All right, cool. Hell yeah. So if
bad.
you were with us last week, we had a catastrophic meltdown with the stream.
To the point where it was just not working at all.
It was the worst possible scenario we could be in. Honestly.
Terrible.
That was
terrible.
That was the worst situation. But, now we're switching platforms. We're going to go to Twitch.
Yeah.
So far, it seems like it's working well. So if we interrupt and kind of look at the stream really quick and we ask to see how it's looking or anything like that, it's just us double-checking some stuff.
Yeah, it's nothing too bad. But luckily, Twitch has some tools in place where you're able to really clearly monitor the health of the stream. So it's really helpful.
Yeah, that's such a nice thing they have.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like we talked about with our little redemption that we did at the end that we pre-recorded, that Twitch is made to stream. You know what I mean? It's a platform for streaming. So, and that's what it was made to do in the first place. And YouTube introduced it recently. So
yeah, YouTube from the very beginning, YouTube was just a video hosting where you would just upload a video and people can watch it and that's it. With Twitch, the whole thing, it was actually called Justin TV way back in the olden days.
Oh, really?
That was the old.
Is it one of those companies that had like an original name and then switched everything?
Yeah, kind of like Elon's first company, Zip, I think it was called, and it was like very, very early online Yellow Pages, and then Xerox bought it up.
Yep.
Kind of like that.
Oh, okay.
So the thing is,
a lot of companies
from
do
the
that.
Yeah, they do.
Well, Instagram. Look at Instagram. That was that was just a pivot, honestly. That wasn't anything else. Yeah. That wasn't a complete name change.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was just pretty minor, but at the same time. But with Twitch, from the very beginning, it was all about streaming live content.
Exactly.
In person, as you see it. It's not pre-recorded or edited. It's all raw, unfiltered, basically.
Yeah.
So I like this stuff. I mean, like the community on Twitch is a lot better.
Yeah, and honestly, we talked about streaming on Twitch so many times, and I think it's about time that we go back to this original platform that we started with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We started off on Twitch. We did our first couple episodes on Twitch.
Yeah, I remember.
You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, why the fuck are we neglecting Twitch? So it's like, yeah, we have to give it a try. And honestly,
I'd be like,
so far they're killing it.
I'm like, already I like the UI and the way that it's set up, so I can set up my screen where we're podcasting. Because right now we don't have like a big setup or all that. It's very minimal.
Yep.
So with the screen space that I have, it's nice to have.
We're running on bare bones here, folks. Okay? Yeah. We're running the best way we can.
All right.
You
want to start getting into some topics?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Let's jump into it, man.
Let me see, what do we have here?
Well, first of all, that fucking Joey Diaz thing I sent you.
I
saw that because we were looking at it.
Joey Diaz Loves the USA. It's a motivational speech compilation on YouTube.
If you listen to that, you will feel more American than you ever thought you could ever feel.
Fucking hilarious.
Like, it's fucking awesome. Listen to that.
Classic.
But getting into the topics at hand, there's a lot of shit going on in the fucking world right now.
All right, let's start with something that's a little heavy, where it was a picture that I sent you on via Reddit of Hurricane, what was it?
Florence.
Oh, my Lord.
What the fuck? Anyone who's out there, if we have anyone who's listening that's out from over there, what is it, South Carolina?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Get out of there, man. Just a mandatory evacuation. It's not an option.
Yeah.
This is a real thing.
It's already been enacted. You got to get out of there.
And the
for your own safety.
The picture that Brandon sent me is so shocking. What was it? What they had to use? They had to use a super ultra wide angle lens to be able to take a picture of the whole hurricane because it's so massive. So let me kind of give a point of reference of how the storm looks in this fucking picture. It looks like something from The Day After Tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It's almost as if you can cover the entirety of continental United States.
Honestly, it's fucking insane. This hurricane is unbelievable. It's
terrifying.
Unbelievable. And if you see this picture and this image and you don't go, oh yeah, climate change is real, what the fuck, man? And you don't say.
Yeah, you say that climate change is not real. It's totally fake.
Oh man, that pen kind of hit me in the face right now.
A little bit. It's okay. It happens.
Mixing up the words. But what was I saying?
Absolutely.
But yeah, if you
terrifying.
see that and you go, "Oh yeah, it's not real," what the fuck, man? You are living under a rock.
Like, just recently as well, previous to the earthquake that hit in Hokkaido, there was another hurricane or another typhoon that slammed into Japan, and that caused flooding everywhere.
Come on,
so
the weather is fucking with us, man.
You gotta realize things are changing.
Yep.
You can't maintain on the same track that we've been on.
Yeah, and it's nuts, man.
Like past 100 and so odd years.
Yeah, and it's funny because I had this conversation with, well, I won't say his name, but you'll know exactly who I'm talking about.
Okay.
The studio guy.
The studio.
Yeah.
Okay.
The studio guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I had a conversation with him today.
Okay.
And we had, we talked about the hurricane. And he was like, yeah, it's fucking nuts how people can see this shit and be so blind to the truth. And it's like, yeah, dude, like, it's fucking nuts.
I guess maybe in their head, they're like, oh, it's happening somewhere that it's not where I am.
It's weird when you literally have science fact in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
Science fact in front of you. And they're like, no, it's not true.
It's not even science fact. Just look at the picture.
Right.
It's a Cat 5 hurricane that's going to hit North Carolina.
No, it's cool. Like, no, I don't think climate change is real.
I bet back in the 60s, if somebody were to say, yo, be careful, North Carolina, Category 5 hurricane's about to slam into you, people would be like, what are you talking about?
Excuse me?
It's all we've seen is a Cat 4 in Florida.
Dude,
Cat 5 in North Carolina? Come on.
North Carolina, in a place where you're not supposed to have them?
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Speaking of that area of the East Coast, what about the geostorm that apparently happened just, I think it was today and yesterday, where there was a huge cloud of solar winds that slammed into the planet.
Yeah. We talked about that yesterday.
Yeah, apparently there was a huge hole within, I think it was in the sun's corona or somewhere around there on the sun, that was spewing out tons and tons of solar winds and material.
Dude,
and
we're
slamming
living
into us
in the precursors of a disaster movie. Like, this is fucking nuts.
And
this is crazy.
The result of that is that people as far down as Washington, D.C. could be able to see the Aurora Borealis.
Are you
the Northern Lights
kidding
in
me?
Washington, D.C.
And I said this when you told me this. It's like the movie The Fucking Core.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? What is happening? That is insane. Like I said, man, this is like a disaster movie.
Another thing that's been weird is, so there's another guy on Twitch called Dutchlands.
The earthquake guy.
Yeah, super cool guy. You guys should check him out. So
if you're
he does
into like science and nature, and
mainly earthquakes and stuff.
It's seismology.
So
it's science.
It's science, but it's specifically that only he really deals with. He doesn't talk about other stuff.
Yeah, it's just earthquakes.
So what he does, he monitors the planet and sees what earthquakes are happening, and based upon that and the knowledge that he's gained over the years doing predictions and stuff, or at least just observing how the planet works over time, he's been able to pretty much accurately map out, for the most part at least, predict where some earthquakes might actually occur. Not only where, but also the magnitude of them, and even the depth. Yeah,
dude, you showed me that whole channel of his on YouTube, all the live feeds that he had before. This guy does a lot of research, and it's all independent. He's literally just connecting with different labs and different people.
So what he does is, the software that he's using, Earthquake 3D, it actually grabs data and information from different sources, from USGS, the European Seismological Association, I think it is.
Yeah.
And other places around it, from Japan, Oceania, all those areas. And then the program collects all that data and displays it on the planet, all the magnitude, location, depth, time, all the different parameters.
He does all the research. He does all of it, and like, I gotta applaud that guy. But.
Yeah, I mean, like, one thing he's been seeing is that all around the Ring of Fire and where the plates converge on the plate boundaries, he's been seeing equidistant earthquakes happening that are not only equidistant from each other, but also relatively the same identical magnitude. And he's like, what the fuck is going on?
And the fact that this independent guy is doing this and he's seeing the signs, it's fucking terrifying, man. It's really scary what's going on with the world and the weather. Like, it's nuts. We're really fucking up the planet.
I'm like,
man.
And
it's not like we're Greenpeace people, but fuck, dude, people are fucking up the planet.
Mid-September, and we just had a heat wave. Like, what the fuck
is going on, man?
I still have to turn on my AC in early September.
Do you remember when we were kids and October was October?
Oh, yeah.
And we actually had to have like a light sweatshirt on. Mm-hmm. You know, you started breaking out your pants. Now it's October, and I'm still in shorts. I'm still sweating.
We're almost October. We'll still have another.
Dude, it's September, and I'm still in fucking
3
shorts.
Weeks, yeah. Well,
I'm still in shorts, man. And then all this fucking shitty weather. Right now in LA, we're having the shittiest weather. It's super hot, decently hot during the day, like 89.
Humid. It's been humid.
Good amount of humidity for us, I should say.
Yeah.
And then, and it's fucking freezing at night.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
I don't get it, man.
Like, knock on wood, man. But, like, for real. Knock on wood. I don't want to get sick, man. This is like the precursors to get some fucking sickness.
Oh, it's terrifying.
Good, man. But, other than that, no, man. I keep saying man. Other than that, I know, fuck. But other than that, it's insane that people think that the weather isn't being affected by what we do to it.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean? Whoever doesn't believe that, they refuse to believe what's going on, to actually see what's happening.
It's like flat earthers, man.
Yeah.
If I say man one more time,
man.
It's like flat earthers.
Of course, man.
Like, God, man.
Well, let's go to another one.
Yeah.
How about that Nintendo Switch? Nintendo announced the Pikachu and Eevee Switch bundles.
Dude, I really want it now.
With the yellow,
like I've been talking. Oh, okay. Let's talk about the gameplay we saw from my friend Pedro.
Oh,
yeah. We randomly saw it. Like we put it up on the shop screen. By the way, shout out to Explicit Vape Burbank, to Ed for letting us use the shop again to record our podcast.
Many thanks.
Many thank yous. Many thank yous. But yeah, we threw it up on here watching it. Mm-hmm. Gorgeous game.
Oh.
Gorgeous
runs
game.
Really clean, a lot of detail, but not detail in those specific models, but just a lot of stuff in the world. So it looks really, really nice.
Everything was really well done in it. Everything was really fluid. You had a lot of options.
Yeah. One thing I liked is that old school 3D perspective, 3D looking 2D side scroller or platformers. Like my friend Pedro, if you wanted to add that 3D. You would typically do it like Ori in the Blind Forest, where the entire world, the entire screen that you see is all, environment and it looks all amazing and all that.
Yeah.
But if you notice in my friend Pedro, or at least for the gameplay we saw, the only thing that you would see is the areas that you're playing.
Yep.
All the area outside is just solid black.
Yep.
It's just void.
Yeah.
So because you're deciding that you're only going to display the stuff that is where you're playing and not the environment around it, you're able to really save a lot on horsepower, so you can make that game run really, really fast.
It's such
60
a
FPS.
Game. And when I saw it, when you sent me the Eevee Pikachu,
oh yeah,
I was like, are you kidding me?
Switch.
Oh, Switch. Sorry,
Switch.
Yeah.
Did
I say Wii? Really?
Yeah, you said Wii.
Switch. Instantly, like, really? I have to fucking
like
have
with
this
all
thing.
the games that are out now, and Doom Eternal coming out on the Switch.
You got that coming out too.
Like what? Warframe on the Switch?
Ooh, wait, what? Really?
Yeah,
are you serious?
It's going to be developed on, or it's being developed onto the Switch right now. Free. And so if you don't know, if you've been playing Warframe on Xbox, on PlayStation, or on PC, and you have a Switch and you want to get into it, the cool thing is that you won't have to start from the very beginning. Mm-hmm. Because they've noticed, at least DE has noticed, that a lot of Warframe players have a Switch, and they've been playing for a very long time. They don't want to start from the beginning again. What they're going to end up doing is making a snapshot and making a transfer.
Oh, no way.
So
wherever
you are right now, if you were to start, switch over to the Switch, start playing, you would start off exactly where you are right now on your main account. But any progress you make on the Switch will not be on your PC. It's going to be a whole separate thing. But you won't have to start from the very beginning.
That's actually really cool that you don't have to restart at all. You can just play where you're playing.
It's like what was the game that if you had played the previous titles you can transfer? Mass Effect.
Yeah.
So if you played the previous games, you could transfer that character over. No, it's okay.
Okay, cool.
Maybe a little bit.
Okay.
So if you've been playing the previous titles, you can transfer over those characters into the new one. So that's kind of similar to what Warframe is going to be doing with the Switch version coming out. The only thing is that this version isn't gonna be made by DE themselves. It's gonna be made by another company. However, because where they originally started off, which was their first contracts were just third-party like multiplayer things, like here we're going to give you this work to do. That's it. It's not like it was their own idea. I think they'll be able to better judge who's going to be receiving the work to do.
Yeah,
because that's where they started off, so they know what they're looking for.
Yeah, they know, and I'm just really glad that they're taking their time, and it's just awesome because I really want to play Warframe. I really want to play Warframe. But now I didn't know that they have it on Switch.
What's it going to be coming out?
Yeah, it's coming out on Switch. Yeah, I'm going to fucking wait till I get that. And by the way, well, for the people at home who don't know, my little nephew, him and I made a deal that if he gets good grades, I'm going to buy him a Nintendo Switch. So remember how I told you I got the update on his grades and everything like that?
Yeah.
This fucking manipulative little kid, I swear to God, he's like 13, this teenager's trying to fucking manipulate the system. So he sends me his grades. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, not bad. You know, just let me see the next quarter. We'll see how it goes. And then he goes, well, when are we going to go buy the Switch? I'm like, well, at the end of the year, end of the semester, when you get good grades.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, that's going to take a long time. I'm like, what the fuck did you think this was, man? Like, did you think this was the first quarter and you're going to Switch?
Like, oh, you did it good once. Here's the reward. No,
I'm like, no, dude. Like, are you serious? And he's like, well, that's not fair. I'm like, no. That's completely fair. Like, you're getting it this way. I'm like, oh.
Well, I mean, like, if he says,
kidding me.
If he said, I would have done. If he says,
oh, and then like, remember how I showed you the picture that he's trying to send me the grades? So he tried to send me his grades. I'm just going to describe it to the people at home. He tried to send me his grades, but he didn't show me the classes. He didn't show me the marks. He didn't show me the GPA. Nothing. Just the quote unquote grades, but it turned out to be the behavioral shit. And I'm like, oh, you motherfucker. Like, show me the whole fucking report card. It took him 4 times. 4 times. I'm like, you're really trying to like play me right now.
He's trying.
You're trying to play me. Like, he's really trying to get that Nintendo Switch by any means.
But I want it now.
Like,
if he said it's not fair, you should have said life isn't fair.
Oh,
man.
I told him. It's like, we had a deal, dude. Like, the deal is on my terms. This is a deal. You got to settle for the deal, man.
Yeah, but and the thing is, he should go with whatever you say because you're the one who's going to get him the reward.
I'm the one buying it, man.
Yeah.
You better get good ass fucking grades.
It's like, if you want to change the deal to fit your needs, why don't you go buy the Switch? Because you're getting the reward.
You're 13. Go get a job, man.
It's not against law.
Well, did you work at 13 with your dad and shit?
I mean, like, I helped him out.
I did.
I
worked at like 13 with my dad doing like basic office shit.
Yeah,
but it's like
stuff.
But the thing is, like, come on, you should know how to do this. You should understand how the deal works at this point.
Yeah.
Like, did you really think this is going to be at the end of your first quarter? That's the first grades,
if you're trying to finagle your way out, you
I'm already
know
worried.
how. But the thing is, the way that you set up the deal, it's impossible.
I already have it. I already told him that if he gets bad grades, I'm still going to buy the Switch, but for myself.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to show up on Christmas and be like, hey, man, did you check out my new Switch? And just start playing with it right in front of him. Come on, he's got to know. He's got to learn. He's got to learn. He's got to get good grades. And he's going into high school, too. It's like, come on.
Come on, man.
You got to learn.
Yeah.
You got to be able to, like, get good grades, especially in high school.
Oh,
where it actually kind of fucking matters.
So, did I ever tell you about the time where Netflix apparently shut down its user review platform because of the increasingly bad reviews of its original programming they received?
You know how amazing I laughed when you told me that shit? Like, I when you sent me that link, I fucking laughed. Because they can't be upset. They have a ranking system on their app. If your content sucks, prepare for them.
No, it wasn't on that. It was another website where people can go and actually do reviews, not just ratings, but actually reviews.
So they took it down. They're like, no.
Yeah.
Like, we're done.
It's like, oh, you're saying bad stuff you're saying way too much bad stuff. Not enough good stuff. Shut it down.
Be honest. How much of the original content do you actually like?
I haven't seen any of it.
Really?
Well, unless it's like Daredevil and stuff like that, but none of their original.
So the only show right now that I think is really good, I have several shows. Ozarks, pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good Netflix original. What's The Ranch? Not a bad comedy. It's like that 70s Show reunion. It's not bad. They have a few shows that aren't bad. One Day at a Time, good fucking show. Okay. That's actually a really good show. You should check that out.
Okay.
But they have some pretty decent shows. But it's like they release 10 shows a month or 10 things a month that are Netflix originals. 2 out of 10 are good.
Jeez.
Like 2 out of 10. So I checked out a couple of their movies. I think where they struggle the most is their movies. Their movies fucking blow 90% of the time.
Yeah, I've seen
their movies can be some of the worst pieces of shit. So like I saw this weekend, I watched. I was consuming products that are legal here in the state of California. So and I was watching The Package, which is basically a couple teens going to the fucking forest. Spoiler alert! It's in the preview. You'll fucking see it in the trailer. Kids go into the forest, get drunk. One cuts off his dick.
Ooh.
So it's that whole thing. Not that funny. It had some like funny little quirky moments, but if I'm under the influence and I'm not laughing, and it's really not that good. Same thing with their new animated series too, Paradise PD.
Oh, okay.
Horrible.
Jeez.
It's like they're really trying to be The Simpsons or Family Guy or something.
Do they like not know how to properly set up a story or at least do a narrative that makes sense?
Yeah, nothing. They can't do anything. Like none of their original stuff feels like it's original.
Jeez.
I feel like they're trying to copy something. Like Paradise PD is kind of like a copy of Family Guy, in my opinion. Jeez. It's like a very quote unquote raunchier version of Family Guy. And it's not executed properly. It's
raunchier isn't by the jokes
by the jokes because they're not limited by TV standards. So it's like Family Guy if they had no limits, and it's not that good.
You don't think the setups for those jokes?
None of those setups are good. Right? None of them are funny. They try too hard, and like I said, man, if they're trying to like be this raunchy comedy cartoon, you know, who's the target demographic?
Yeah,
us basically. You know what I mean? And it's like if it doesn't make me laugh.
So what's the point?
What's the point? Like, it's not funny.
Yeah.
And their animated shows, they're really struggling. Jeez. The only one that I found funny, I don't know if you checked it out. I'm like ranting on Netflix. I love Netflix.
Go for it, dude.
I love Netflix, but I feel like they're ruining. I shouldn't say film.
They're putting too much content without the quality.
Yes. Yeah. And they're just oversaturating the market. Their own market with a lot of bullshit. And like I've been using Netflix for a long time, and it's like, what the fuck?
I mean, like I originally started watching or using Netflix mainly to watch the shows or movies that I either haven't watched at the movie theater, or they're like documentaries or TV shows that are on like cable and stuff that I just don't, because I don't watch regular TV. I just don't.
Yep.
I don't find any interest in it.
Regular TV, I'm out of it. Not a big fan.
Yeah, so I just use Netflix because I can bypass all that ad garbage and just watch the show.
Yeah, and it's like...
So I go specifically for the shows that are made by other companies.
Yep.
Now, when Netflix makes a show and I'm like, oh, it's something that I'm interested in, that's cool.
I'm more than happy to give them a try.
Yeah.
So then it's bad that I have to do this with Netflix shows and TV and movies and all their shit. I watch the first 10 minutes. If I'm not hooked in the first 10 minutes, it's not going to be a good show. It's not. It's really hard. Like, and people, when I tell that to people, they're like, oh, well, that's not a good way to look at anything. I'm like, well, look at Breaking Bad, episode 1. The first 10 minutes. You're
right on it.
Look at any good show that has a long syndication. You can jump into any episode and you're instantly hooked.
Doctor Who.
There you go.
It's the longest running sci-fi TV show
and
ever.
You're always constantly hooked in the first 10 minutes. And if Netflix can't execute that properly, what's the point?
Oh, yeah.
And where I think they're really, like, I don't know why they're trying to go into animation, but they're not doing it well. Because their only show that I think was successful for them was Big Mouth. Have you seen Big Mouth?
I haven't, but there's one guy that I do watch on YouTube that did a review on it, and he didn't like it. So,
a lot of people, and it won like an award, didn't it? I think it did. I
don't know.
I'm coughing so much. But, so I watched that. That was actually not bad. Okay. It was pretty funny. And basically what it is, it's like kids going into puberty. And puberty is actually a monster.
Oh, okay.
And it's fucking funny. I thought it was funny.
Okay.
I thought it was pretty funny, and it had some really good jokes. But then when you see Disenchantment, which is basically a Futurama ripoff, not good.
Huh.
Very dry. Very dry humor. I didn't find it funny. Like, it was really hard to sit through.
Jeez.
So it's like, I don't know why they're trying to branch into animation, because animation is such a hard thing to do, because you literally have to create the story.
Yeah, you have to create not only the story,
like
but the way that people act, the reactions, everything about it. You're basically creating another world.
All from scratch.
100%.
So if you can't execute the story at all, then what's the point? And I really tried to give Disenchantment a fucking hard try. I got like 5 episodes deep. I laughed a few times. Like here or there, but nothing that I'm like, oh, I'm going to remember that. Like, it wasn't that great, man.
Jeez.
But, and then, of course, we saw this article that Netflix thought about putting ads into Netflix.
Well, so what it was like a test thing where only a small percentage of users were actually getting ads. Well, Netflix apparently say that it's not ads. But they're ads for their own shows and stuff.
They're fucking ads.
And a lot of people are very, very irritated and mad. And, me is one of them. Because the thing is, we specifically got Netflix to avoid
not have fucking ads.
To have instant access to our shows and our movies whenever we want, wherever we want, on whatever electronic device their service is available on. iPhone, computer, PlayStation, whatever it may be. We want to have instant access to the stuff and not be interrupted, because that's what we're paying for.
Exactly.
We're paying the monthly fees for it. Now, once you start adding in those ads, now you're starting to push away people, because that's exactly the
Why
opposite.
Why do we want to buy your
want.
product if we're going to be forced? When originally you told us you're ad-free.
Yeah.
You're not going to have to see ads.
Yeah.
All this shit. And then you sneak in, oh, hey, by the way, guys, we might have to start putting ads.
The way I see because what they're trying to do is make people watch their shows more so that it can get more money, or they could get more investment that way. What I think they should do is make some good shows, some really solid shows.
They need to hire real directors, real producers, real people who actually produce movies and full-scale TV shows and animated shows.
Well, the thing is, I think they do. It's just that the people they get...
Well, like Disenchantment, it was some of the people from Futurama. It wasn't even the original creator. So it's like, no.
Well,
get real creators, man.
They have to have guidelines.
And even the movies, they're not directed by, I'm just throwing it out there, like Steven Spielberg.
Well, he is expensive.
Well, no, of course, but like real directors who have put out decent movies. You know what I mean? There's a lot of indie directors that would kill for the chance. Because
remember, a lot of the times it's not about creativity.
Yeah, it's about money.
Making the product.
Yeah.
So I can understand.
Which sucks.
Yeah, it does, but that's the bottom line.
That's how it works.
That's just how it works. So if they were to change their model from, we're gonna have ads in Netflix because we want people to watch our shows rather than other people's shows, what they should do is make some really great shows to entice people to sign up for Netflix as a bonus. So it's not like you're going, because originally people were going to Netflix for movies, other network TV shows and such, and documentaries from other, like BBC, ABC, all those guys. What they should do is, people were coming in for that and they're like, oh shit, Netflix put out this amazing show, I'm going to stay here because of that, and be like, hey, people, friends, get Netflix because you can watch your movies and there's these
I wonder what Netflix
shows.
is going to do after they lose their Disney contract.
Yeah.
I really want to know, because for the people who don't know, Disney is actually going to end their contract with Netflix soon, and it's going to leave them empty, basically.
And the reasoning why is
they better have a good contract with someone coming up soon.
Disney's actually making their own streaming platform to have all of their Disney licensed products and stuff, or at least video, stream on there.
You going to buy it, man?
No.
No?
No.
Not even for the Marvel movies?
No.
You don't want to see Thor Ragnarok 900 times?
Well, I would if it was on Netflix, because I want to see more than just Disney products.
You know what, man? Netflix needs to step up their game, though, because they're not really picking up that many movies anymore.
Because right now what I've seen is they've picked up a lot of foreign movies, which is fine, because there's a lot of great foreign movies.
I have no problem with that. But it's weird, and I feel like it's bad to say, I kind of want it separated. Because a lot of them get put into like my queue, not necessarily my queue, but like stuff that you should recommend. And I'm like, I haven't watched anything that would refer me to these movies, to these like Bollywood movies. I'm like, what the fuck? And like, it's weird. I think they need to work on that for sure. Because like, I don't watch certain, like, I don't watch those movies, and it's nothing that I don't want to watch them, but they don't give me any interest.
Yeah, I'm not somebody who watches movies that are in Hindi or in Russian or Cantonese.
And I don't really watch those.
It's just not for me.
Yeah, I don't really watch those. So it's like when I go through like, action stuff, and I'm like, well, I want to watch this. Like, where's this like normal shit that I want to watch? You know what I mean? And I feel like they need to pick up more titles, man.
But the thing is, they've also been picking up a lot of B movies, lower grade movies,
shit ton of B movies.
Yeah,
and it's if they don't pick up the pace. Oh, the question is, we didn't even say this about the whole Marvel thing. Are they going to still produce the Marvel series? Are those getting taken out?
That's a good question.
That's a really fair question. Is that going to have to be a property of Disney now?
Well, it already is, but I think because it's produced by Netflix has direct ties to it.
Right?
Yeah.
They have to share it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but it's not like it's like, oh, you made it, but we're taking it out.
We'll see how that plays out because I haven't heard anything about that. But I think that's how it's going to work out.
So I think like Daredevil and Iron Fist, those ones are going to stay.
Have you watched season 2 of Iron Fist yet?
I've never even seen the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
So okay,
I didn't.
In my opinion, okay. What series have you watched from the Defenders, basically? Did you watch the Defenders?
No. I did watch portions of Luke Cage.
How far behind are you?
Because I watched the mainline movies mainly. Because I did watch Daredevil season 1 and 2.
Dog, your mission is to watch all of these fucking series, man.
You know what's?
We need to have a real fucking conversation about this.
You know what's really troubling me right now, though? What? Is that Article 11 and 13 passed in the EU Congress.
Yeah, okay. For the people at home, explain that.
Okay, so we're totally changing subject.
Yeah, completely total. Did this happen today?
Like yesterday? I think it was. So Article 11 and 13. I'll pull it up in 1 second.
And this is done not through us, the United States of America. This is the EU, right? The EU.
Yeah, EU.
Yeah, the European Union. So Brandon will get into the details, but basically what it is if you want to share links.
So here it is. It's EU approves, and this is from The Verge.
Yep.
EU approves controversial copyright directive, including internet link tax and upload filter. So basically,
in layman's terms,
let me see. Where is it? I'm trying to find the.
Well, I can kind of explain that.
Yeah, you can.
In layman's terms, if you want to use a link...
Oh, here it is.
There we go.
Article 11 is intended to give publishers and papers a way to make money when companies like Google link to their stories, allowing them to demand paid licenses. Article 13 requires certain platforms like YouTube and Facebook stop users sharing unlicensed copyrighted material. The problem with that...
This is fucking ridiculous.
Per second... Thousands and thousands of items are uploaded, files, both pictures, text form, and videos are uploaded.
An astronomical amount.
Per day, per second, thousands and hours, tons of hours are uploaded to YouTube and Facebook and all other different streaming sites or anywhere.
And you're telling us
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook,
now,
everywhere.
If for some reason in the EU, someone wants to use a link on a site, and they don't pay the licensing fee, and they're going to be fined.
This is per link, and they're going to be fined not only how many links are used, but how many people use that link.
Yep.
So
basically, if I post up, I'll just say it, a BuzzFeed video, and I'm in the EU, Facebook will be fined for that shit, and for everyone who uses that same link. So imagine the hundreds of thousands of people who are going to post that, millions of people who are going to post that up in the EU through Facebook.
One single thing, thousands of views, thousands of shares.
They're gonna
That's
fucking. It's impossible.
So here's the two things that I see that I foresee happening right now. Either A, YouTube stops servicing or any company stops servicing the European Union or any countries associated with the EU.
Which is horrible to say.
Which is basically YouTube cutting off all creative abilities or all YouTubers
in the
EU. Or AI to a certain degree is, magnitudes much more advanced than what it is now. Because remember, the video has to be scanned through the entire thing to find every single little minute thing, because anything that is caught that isn't found, and flagged, that could be fined. Yes. So it has to be very precise. We don't have that yet. Also, because of the sheer vast quantity that is uploaded per second
on in the EU, man.
If we do get to a point where it's like we have the AI and we have to enact it now, and we don't think ahead of what could that AI become because it's so fucking advanced, that could cause problems.
A lot of fucking problems.
So right now, with what Elon said in his interview podcast with Joe Rogan, and seeing how
great episode, by the way.
Yeah, fantastic, really insightful.
Check that out if you can.
The one thing, quick little small rant. Fucking everybody's talking about how he smoked the joint or he smoked that spliff or whatever, when nobody's noticing that we're nearing a point where AI may either destroy us off, just kill us off completely,
or help us change
merge
our
with us,
fucking lives,
or just leave us.
Yeah.
And just let us fend for ourselves.
That entire fucking episode was nothing.
He talked about an electric helicopter or an electric
airplanes
plane with
and
VTOL.
It's like the amount of things that he talked about in that interview. People focused on the fucking fact that he smoked weed.
And it's not.
And he didn't even inhale.
And if anything, it was an anti-drug guy, because he's like, this fucking genius of a person is like, it's not for me.
Yeah.
And just hands it back.
If anything, it was more of like, it's not for everyone.
Yeah. It's like,
simple.
Hey, even this guy,
and even Joe Rogan,
smart,
it's like, oh, it's not bad, and he's like, yeah, but it's not for me.
Yeah.
If that's not the most fair
there's
and most reasonable thing to describe weed as how we describe it to everyone, how any legitimate user of, I should say recreational, because we're in the state of California, recreational marijuana properly uses it, we'll say that constantly. It's really not for everyone. We like it, it works for us, but it's not for everyone. So the fact that people are focusing on that and getting all negative and getting offended and focusing
it's not necessarily
on that
getting offended. It's not necessarily getting offended. It was mainly stockholders.
A good amount of people got offended by it.
Offended how?
Like they were like, "Oh, I can't believe the CEO of a company smoked weed."
Stockholders.
Like, what the
fuck? So it was stockholder. Those were the guys that got
breaking shit.
Nope. Those were the guys that got like really
they got butthurt, and that's what I'm saying. Like offended. That's an offense. You know what I mean to them. And it's like, it's nuts because it's like, dude, he didn't even inhale.
Yeah.
He didn't even inhale.
Nothing at all.
He knew that he was on the fucking microscope and he's like, all right, I'll give it a shot, but who cares? It's nuts.
So going with what
Back
he said with AI, his mind, or his thinking is that we're going to get to a point where the singularity will happen. Oh, that just happens a couple of times.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry, we were checking on the stream. It's like I saw it go down, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I'm like, that's just moment to moment from our end, and then we have to see on the other side the.
Oh, okay, cool. I was just double checking. I was like, "What the fuck?" Because we've been checking that for so long. You know what I mean? Okay, sorry guys.
So with what Elon's saying, once we hit the singularity, one of three things will happen, or one of three possible things will happen. Possibility one, AI will become sentient and it will just leave us alone, just like how we leave the animals in the Sahara or in other places alone and kind of do their own thing for the most part, minus poachers. That's one possibility.
Yep.
AI develops, becomes basically, deity or whatever, it advances itself and upgrades itself to the point where it doesn't need anything anymore and leaves us and then just whatever. The second one is that it realizes that we're destroying the planet and it's getting in its way and kills us all.
Yep. So basically,
which is the bad
Terminator
one.
2.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, or Terminator in
Terminator,
general.
the series.
Yeah.
And the third option, so that one was the worst option. The first one was the neutral option. And the third option is the optimistic one.
Yep.
Where we merge with AI. Now, because of this
So it's either we become the Matrix or Terminator.
More like,
I'm joking, but like
it's closer to the Matrix because it's everybody connected to one system, but we're not in a simulation world.
We're not a battery.
It's like where we are right now. Just our minds are connected to the internet.
Yeah, to the internet, basically. Yeah, and
at least from my understanding.
Yeah, and it's insane that back to the subject at hand, or back to what we were saying, that he's talking about this. He's talking about huge fucking strides. I can't fucking use words today. Huge strides in technology that are the possibility and what the outcome for AI can be, and everyone's focused, or what can be and what could happen, and people are focusing on the stupid little facts.
Now,
into the EU.
So because of the EU's declaration of Article 11 and 13, that may actually push YouTube, Facebook, Google, even further and harder and faster to make that AI that is that super powerful and sophisticated,
and which
without
we've all seen through the past. Too much too fast is not usually a good fucking thing, because and it's like Terminator. You're gonna expose this AI to a shit ton of basically unfiltered material.
Look at our past. We're so slow on getting proper understanding of what things do and how we can prevent ourselves from getting injured or hurt by it. Perfect example, seatbelts.
Yep.
From ages and ages ago, we knew, or car manufacturers knew, that people were dying in their cars because there was nothing to hold them in place because they were getting launched out the window. And apart from that, the cars didn't have any sort of proper structural integrity at all.
Who do we see that from? That was from Elon, right?
Maybe.
That was from that interview, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, yeah.
And because I was like,
it's like we've known this for many, many years, and it's only until thousands of people have died, and people are like, "Yo, we need something to protect ourselves." They're like, "Okay, finally, we'll put in the regulation to have seatbelts." And the thing is, car manufacturers were lobbying against it for years. That's why it was successful. They were successful in preventing people from
being safe.
From being. So if you see how that progressed and how that happened, you can only imagine how a massive company as Google, Facebook, or all the other, like YouTube,
just launching basically and
just doing it,
just launching a sensitive AI into their platform.
And the thing is, there's really no way that the users themselves can listen, because look at how they respond to people's not criticisms, but their concerns when they ask them questions. Typically, you get some, generic soapbox typical answer. It's like, hey, I'm concerned about my revenue. It's my livelihood. What's going on? I didn't know what's
and they're not
right
looking at the bigger fact of we're going to have AI. Possibility of having AI YouTube, filtering what we do and what we say.
YouTube can't help the creators themselves know what is okay and what is not okay to have in their videos so that their stuff isn't demonetized. How do you think they're going to be able to manage and control and understand how AI fucking works on a large scale level?
It's so fucking dangerous.
Because remember, the moment AI gets a hold of the internet, it has the biggest computer on the planet. Because it
has all the information in the world.
All the information in the world, and each computer that's connected to the internet is a node.
What would you rather have, zombie apocalypse or Terminator apocalypse?
They both suck, but at least with the zombie apocalypse, I'll be able to survive longer.
I think I'll take a Terminator one.
Heat seekers?
Well, honestly, it's just
X-ray? Radar?
I think it's just cooler.
Thermal?
I think it's just cooler.
You'll die faster.
Okay, what would you rather do, Matrix or Terminator?
Matrix.
I think that's better for what we're talking about, Matrix or Terminator.
Matrix, because at least I'm not going to
you're unplugged.
I can plug back in.
You'd rather plug back in?
I wouldn't plug back in, but I can plug back in, as in by like.
Enter the Matrix.
Yeah, enter it.
Oh, okay. So you'd rather do the Matrix, really?
Yeah, because I know there's no spoon.
Well,
I can manipulate this spit. I can. There is no spoon. That's the key.
You actually. Oh god. Oh, you dickhead.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man.
Because I know there's no spoon.
Think about it.
No, you're right. No, that's actually a solid point. No, I think Matrix
system.
would have had to be better. I think. All right. Well, maybe. How about Mad Max or Terminator? I think that's better.
Mad Max, because at least I won't die fast. For the most part, I won't die instantly.
No, man, that's just as bad. You have to fucking worry about bandits.
Yeah, but
and
at
fucking
least
savages.
But at least I won't have to worry about them from 2 kilometers away seeing me.
Damn, that's true.
I can hide in a cave.
Did you not see fucking Fury Road? They have telescopes and shit. They can see.
Do they have thermal?
Well, no.
Night vision?
Yeah.
X-ray? Seismic? Vibrational?
Well, that's true, yeah.
Sensors?
Because if you look at all those movies, they all take place in a older time.
Remember, AI is the Terminator.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Well, hey, man, John Connor beat the fucking robots.
And then they sent him back in time. And
they just wanted to prevent it. And then we had Terminator Genesis, which ruined the entire franchise. Jesus Christ.
But if you think about it, with AI if it gains control of or gains access to the internet, all computers, there's nothing to combat it. It's its own self. There's no.
So basically, we're at the point of which apocalypse we're going to have. So it's either going to be, we're going to let technology overtake us and we're fucked, or we're going to have day after tomorrow and the weather just takes us out.
Yeah. So look,
we're living in a fucking Hollywood production.
Weather is a little bit more random, and you really can't predict it too well far in the future. But with AI, it's a much more pertinent.
But it's just what gets us first at this point.
Yeah. So the way I see it, AI as an Armageddon, or at least a big thing that's going to happen within the next couple of years, or like maybe 50 years within, I think. It's more of a people and what's going to happen to us as individuals, and then the weather is, are we going to be able to survive here?
Yeah. Well, the hope is that we can actually kind of merge with AI and technology and hopefully like cybernetics and all that shit, because that would be awesome. Yeah. That's the hope.
Like, dude, I'll be able to really become the encyclopedia for real.
Right.
I'll become the encyclopedia.
The podcast would be a lot different.
Stream from my own head.
Like, hey, Brandon, so what's up? Yeah, I got it. Yeah, we'll stream from our own fucking domes.
It's like, yo, I see the world.
Oh, what would you rather, which world would you rather live? Ghost in the Shell or Cyberpunk 2077?
No, Cyberpunk.
Really?
Well, yes.
Really?
Because at least...
I'm going to go with Ghost in the Shell, because that's fucking... It's pretty much the same.
Yeah, it's like
but you get... more. I'm saying like more of that world you live in. You get to live in that world too. So like, that's kind of cool. I'd do that one. Ghost in the Shell. Yeah. And you got smoky, like cyborg chicks running around shooting people. It's kind of
same thing with Cyberpunk 2077.
Well, yeah, but then you have mantis claws, which is kind of turn off. But it's still kind of.
They're hiding in your arm.
Yeah, it's true.
It's not like they're always out. Because remember, you got to shoot them away.
If you have mantis arms, you're not going to have them out constantly. No? She's like, what's up, man?
Are you going to be able to high-five somebody in the hallway? I'm going to cut the freaking ceiling in half. Dude, I just repaired it, man.
Oh,
last
fucking
week.
Complete sidetrack. Told you this. I started watching My Hero Academia.
Oh, yeah.
Dope-ass fucking anime. If you're a fan of animes and you're looking for a new one to watch and you haven't watched My Hero Academia, fire.
Mucho classic.
Actually, pretty fucking good. I'm really mad that I haven't watched it earlier. I'm done with season 1, actually.
Already?
I saw the... yeah, fuck yeah. I saw the that first boss battle that what's his name has, the main character, the fucking Plus Ultra.
Yeah.
Fucking he has with that fucking dude with the brain exposed. Awesome, fucking awesome. Great series. Yeah. I'm really mad I haven't watched it. Like,
have you seen what was it? Psycho Mob?
Which one's that one?
The one where it's about telekinetic abilities and stuff like that?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Really?
It's basically...
What's it called?
Mob Psycho or... Yeah.
Psycho Mob?
Mob Psycho or Psycho Mob, yeah.
Okay.
And it's, I think, the same animator or the same animation studio as
no
My
way.
Hero. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's really
okay. I'm gonna have to find that one.
Yeah.
But I've been getting into more like animes and stuff like that's. See, that's how desperate I am. I shouldn't say desperate. That's how I'm trying to find more animated series. Is by deep diving into anime more, because dude, there's not a lot of good series out there anymore that are animated.
There's just not a lot of good ones that are being made.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like C, B.
Yeah, there's not a lot of
not
good.
A+.
Yeah, there's not a lot of good animated series going on right now. And like I will admit, I am a 10-year-old child inside of a 26-year-old man, and I still love cartoons and shit. Aren't we all? I mean, I can't lose that childhood wonder, man.
Of course not, man.
But it's like, it's hard to find a good...
And you gotta find the good stuff for your kids when you have kids.
Come on, man. We're lucky. We got all the good animes early, and now they're just coming out with even better ones. You know what I mean? Because it's actually something people want to watch now. So like, when we were growing up, we had Dragon Ball Z. We had Gundam Wing. We had... Would Zoids count? We had Zoids. Was that an American anime?
No. We had Yu-Gi-Oh!
We had Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon. And then we had Digimon. Oh, okay, man. Straight fucking question. Pokemon or Digimon? Which one would you rather live in?
Pokemon.
Really?
Yeah.
I really thought you'd pick Digimon, man.
It's like,
but I have to you.
I can store
You have
them
to
better.
fucks with Pokemon, man.
Yeah,
it's way better.
Well, one, you can evolve them and they'll stay evolved.
Yeah.
Two, the Digimons, you can talk to them. Some of them can become like angels and shit.
Yeah.
But only when they're fighting.
Yeah.
But with Pokemon, it's easier to store them.
And you can catch them all.
You can catch them all and have like all of them in one cage.
Yeah. Yeah. All in one cage.
That's Professor Oak. My bad.
I still love how as kids we didn't realize it's dog fighting.
Oh yeah.
It's just dog fighting. That's all
and it's like,
Pokemon is.
Old guy, you sent this 13-year-old kid on some quest?
Can we talk about that? How fucked up that kind of is? Where it's like, okay, we're gonna send this
I'm gonna chill with your mom.
10-year-old fucking boy.
13.
Was he 13?
13.
Same, just as bad.
Or no,
I think he was young. He was 11.
I think it was 11.
It's either 10 or 11, man.
Let me look him up. Ash Ketchup.
But sending this kid,
or is it Mustard?
Mustard, fucking guy. But imagine sending this kid out into the world, like, all right, man, you just passed fucking elementary school. We're gonna send you off on your own to become a Pokemon master and catch them all. Oh, by the way, we're not gonna give you money. You're gonna have to figure this out on your own.
Yeah.
Like it's, and then oh yeah, by the way, you're gonna have to fight these dogs and these animals in order to survive. So congratulations, you are now Michael Vick.
Fight them all and then bring him back.
Yeah, and make sure you don't kill them because that's
10.
not good.
He was 10.
He was 10. I told you.
Yeah.
Fucking 10. That's kind of fucked up, man.
He was a warm-hearted and well-intentioned but stubborn, rash, and amateur Pokemon trainer. He was forced to accept stubborn Pikachu because he's just like him.
And think about that. His best friend was kind of just forced upon him. Just like, well, I guess.
All because he fucking woke up late.
That fucking lazy kid.
Lazy ass mother
Lazy
trucker.
fucking kid. I can't wait to start my dream. Oversleeps.
Oh shit, it's new.
Like, Brandon, you just got your dream job at EA.
Oh, fuck EA. No, not EA. Get me out of that place. Well, no. Well, if it's a job, it's a job.
It's a job.
But if I had a choice, I would not work for EA.
Especially right now, man.
Yeah, especially right now.
Especially right now with what was it? Who's investigating EA? Belgium.
Fucking
Belgium.
EA's like, nah, we'll keep him in.
We're gonna keep our little boxes in
Blizzard
there.
and Activision's like, yo, we bad, my bad. We
won't do that anymore.
We'll take it out, no problem. You
now
don't
EA
worry
is gonna
about
try
it.
to take on Belgium.
Like, what?
They're taking on a country.
You doing what now?
A company, a video game company, is taking on a
very
country.
very bad.
Oh God, ridiculous.
The one company I would probably want to work for, Devolver Digital.
Oh yeah.
Right now, they're doing some really fucking good bangers. And one statement that I recently read from a reviewer, I can't remember the website it was, but I found it on Reddit. Devolver Digital said that not all games have to sell over 500,000 copies, which is typically like at least 1.5 million or so what AAA publishers expect or want.
Yep.
But it's like, yo, you can make a creative and nice, simple, fun game, and it doesn't have to sell millions of copies.
Yeah.
Because it's not for everybody. Each person has their own game
feel
that they
like
want to play.
And it's it's kind of necessary. I feel like corporation kind of had to go in.
It's greed, man. It's all about money.
It had to go
All
into
about the product.
the video game companies now. It's more about money.
Have you seen the UI for Battlefield 5?
Oh my God.
It looks like a fucking app game for your fucking phone.
It's so bad.
It's like, dude, I'd rather just touch the screen instead because it looks like I should touch it.
Right. It's
oh yeah,
ridiculous.
if you want to customize your gun.
It's just sad that a lot of these video game companies that we knew and grew to love have become greed monsters.
Oh yeah.
And it just sucks. It
and
fucking blows.
they've lost sight of what actually counts. If you want to modify or customize your weapon in Battlefield 5, you can't do it in the match.
Nope.
You have to go back out into the main menu to change it.
There's something to be said when we're excited about
some
Black
of the
Ops,
things-
man.
and,
When
some
we're
of
excited
the-
about Black Ops Battle Royale.
Yeah, or just Call of Duty in general.
Fuck, man.
And actually, just recently, Call of Duty surpassed Battlefield
Yep.
on Twitch.
Yep. It's fucking nuts, dude.
But one of the upgrades that you can get for Battlefield 5 is faster bullets. Yeah. Apparently in World War II, you can go to your barracks
The
or
people
to
at
the
home
armory
can't
and
see
get
the face I
that
just gave
shit.
you, but it was a face of, are you fucking
Disappointment, man.
kidding me?
We want authenticity. If we want crazy insanity,
Jesus Christ.
wacky stuff, we go to Call of Duty.
Yep. Yeah.
If you want authenticity and
you
realism,
go to Battlefield 5.
You go to
Battlefield in general. Sorry, you go to Battlefield.
If you look at how much detail they put into the weapons in Battlefield 1, there wasn't a lot of weapons in general, but they did put a lot of detail into the weapons.
And they were very historically accurate.
They're accurate
weapons.
to the firing method, the animation,
and
of
then
the bolt,
you
everything.
have this fucking game, and it's a clusterfuck.
It's like, what?
Jesus.
What the fuck happened?
Where are we
here?
at right now?
We're at 54.
Oh fuck. All right, cool.
Yeah, we're still good.
Want to wrap it up soon?
Sure, man. Yeah.
We'll do it in 5 minutes. But yeah, man, it's fucking. I'm just glad the fucking stream's working out right now. Honestly.
Oh yeah, it's
I'm
solid
really happy.
So far.
I think we're gonna stick with Twitch.
Yeah, I think so.
So what do you think? We should do another episode on here and then upload to YouTube again.
Yeah,
see how it works out next week.
What we'll probably do is for those of you who don't know, I'm also recording this video or this podcast, and we'll be uploading it to YouTube later today, or most likely tomorrow.
More than likely tomorrow or this week.
Yeah, so you'll be able to watch it offline and or not necessarily.
But I think we're gonna live stream more on Twitch for sure.
Yeah.
And then we've been talking in the works of clearing out our original studio and reforming it and basically reformatting it and organizing it even better than we had it before, and actually turning it into a studio and not just a room that we record. Yeah. So we're actually going to turn it into a pretty decent studio. We're going to soundproof, like poor man soundproof it, obviously.
Yeah.
But we're going to soundproof it.
The soundproofing foam isn't that expensive.
Yeah, but we can just use egg cartons.
Yeah. But how many egg cartons I'm going to have to use?
We could use plenty. Dog, I can probably get the fucking the coasters, right? We can do that. Those work. Dude, I can get them right here from Starbucks. I have a friend that works there.
Oh, no, not those coasters.
Not those, really?
No, the construction of it is different.
So Hustle and Flow is wrong?
Yes.
Really?
Well, let me see.
The drink cup, the cup holders.
Yes, I know.
The styrofoam ones. Or the cardboard ones. Those don't work?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, besides that, we're actually gonna take that space and reorganize it and redo it and make a legit studio out of that, so that way we can actually have, more space and a better place to record, an easier place to record, and we can do more streams on Twitch. And we've been talking about one idea. I don't think we're gonna expose it quite yet, right, Brandon? That original idea. We're gonna do a little bit more research and see how we can format it out and see how we can.
So yeah, it was wrong.
What was wrong?
Hustle and Flow.
It was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They're actually a bit of a fire hazard.
Really? So, for those of you who have seen Hustle and Flow, the way they soundproof the room, highly incorrect.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't think. Yeah, so we're gonna not necessarily reformat, but add an extra episode, maybe here or there. We're not gonna talk about it right now. We're gonna see how we can do it logistically through Twitch without violating any rules.
TOS,
which is fair, and especially now that we see how well Twitch works, we have to give up to fucking Twitch. Twitch is awesome. But we're gonna probably bring you guys a new show soon.
Yep. You get JD back on here, and
we'll have JD back in here too.
Yeah, we haven't forgotten.
We're not forgetting about JD. JD is coming back because we're gonna have another redemption episode.
Yeah.
But we're gonna keep working on this, and big things are moving. We're gonna keep hustling at this, and we're gonna keep making this podcast as best as we fucking can.
Hell yeah, man!
All right, guys. Well, anything else, Brandon, you want to talk about? Anything you want to say?
I'm pretty good, man. Just looking forward to the next show.
So once again, we want to thank Explicit Vape Burbank, Ed, for letting us use this space, of course. Anytime, come down to Explicit Vape Burbank or any of our locations in Panorama or Tahunga and get your vaping supplies. But other than that, we will tune in next week. We're going to see if we can have JD in next week. If not, it'll just be us. We'll see how we can work out the schedule, because we do owe JD a redemption episode.
Yes, we do.
And as always, we just ask you to just be real.